Fantastic. Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. Now, as you saw in the introductory time-lapse there, I have now sent 2 working rovers to the moon since last time. Now, the other ones that don't work so well are also there, so now I have 4 rovers on the moon, so maybe we can do something with that later, and, well, I want to build a base there anyway at some point, and we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're back on Kerbin. Also, since last time. I sent Bill, Bob and Valentina all the way over to Minmus. Now, this is because Bill, Bob, Valentina and Jebediah all have planted flags on the moon, so they get XP for that. But only Jebediah had been and planted a flag on Minmus before. So these guys are now on their way back. You can see, here they are. There's a lander Mark II on the surface of Kerbin. They've landed back. Now, there was also a contract to rescue Geordie, okay, from Minmus. From the orbit of Minmus. So I thought, well, I've got a space in the capsule, 2 birds, 1 stone. So I went over there, picked up Geordie, landed, did all the flags for everybody, and now they're back. And here they are, landed on the ice cap of Kerbin. Now, seeing as we're on the ice cap for the first time, and by the way, that was a complete accident that I landed here, and also, what was it? My landing legs broke off as I landed, I think, but never mind, it was enough for us to be able to get down. I'm going to EVA Bill out. There we are. Come on, Bill. Let go. And we're just going to do an EVA report, and we're going to keep hold of that experiment. That's a little bit of science. We're going to take a surface sample, and we're going to keep that. And we're going to... Should we plant a flag? We won't plant a flag just yet. We'll do Kerbin flags later on. Get back inside. There we go. Just a tiny bit of extra science before we get Bill, Bob, Valentina and our new pilot, Geordie, home. So, recover the vessel. And there we go. We get a load of science because I did science while I was up there near Minmus. We've got a load of parts back, so we've got a little bit of funds, and the crew are all back. Bill, Bob and Valentina have all advanced to level 2, and that means that now all of my top 4 of my crew are level 2. We're going to have to work really hard to get them to level 3, but we'll get there later. Right, also we achieved some things, and I don't know whether... Oh, there's some notifications down here. Contract complete, and that was to rescue Geordie, and... Science from space around Minmus. Fantastic. Let's bin both of those. Oops. Bin. Brilliant. Right, now, let's see what new things we have in store to do. Alright, Gene, how's it going? Right, science from space around Duna. Well, we don't have a satellite around Duna. Science from surface of Duna. We do have a probe on Duna already, so that's 70 grand in the bank. Fantastic. What we got active at the moment? Just that one, right. Build a new orbital station around Minmus. Not really interested in that. No VIP, no tourists. Surface outpost on the moon. Now, I did say I wanted a moon base. And this would have a lab and 8 Kerbals. 8 Kerbals is quite a lot in terms of facility of supporting, but maybe we could do that. We've got a rescue. We're not really interested in that right now. I'll let somebody else do it. Adjusted orbit for the Kerbin sat. Is that going to be worth it? I don't think we've got a lot of fuel left on that. Let's go for this outpost. Yes, that'll do for now. Ooh, yes. So now we're sitting pretty on nearly 1 million credits, and it was around this figure that I was going to upgrade the launch pad. At this time, we are limited to 255 parts in the VAB, but it's going to cost us well over 1 million to do that, and to be honest, we just don't have the money. The one thing holding us back at the moment, I believe, is research and launchpad. Now, we upgraded the research facility so that we can do stuff up to research of 500, and if we have a look, that is going to carry us right up to this bit. So we're going to be able to get high altitude flight and heavy landing and science tech and unmanned tech and all that. We're just not going to be able to do this last little section without upgrading. So I'm happy with that. We've still got plenty of things to unlock and do around here. We need to really go on a science hunt at some point, but the archives are looking pretty good. Situations, splashed, flying low, flying high, in space, high in space. Yeah, not too bad. So it is upgrade launchpad time, and now we don't have a maximum vessel weight of 140 tons. It means we can start lifting things like satellites and bases off that launchpad in sections, which makes it nice and easy. It also means that we don't have to use the Fuelatron to cheat our way onto heavier objects. Da-da-da-da. Oh yes, fantastic. Right, so we've got with an upgraded launchpad, a mission to... Oh, hang on a minute, we just need to get that science from Duna. Temperature should do it. Yeah, transmit that. And there we are. All done. That's one of the easiest 70,000s I've ever made. Let's trash that. Now let's just quickly check mission control, see if there's any other easy ones. Fly by and explore Ike. That could be something we try at some point. Yeah, we're fine. That's it, we're good. So now to design our moon base. If we look at the contract itself, it says land your outpost on the moon. Well, that's what I intend to do. Build an outpost that has an antenna, has a docking port, and can generate power. So we need solar panels, a battery, a docking port, and an antenna. That antenna, quite important. Have the facility supporting at least 8 Kerbals. Now that is quite a problem. Have a research lab on the outpost and maintain stability for 10 seconds. Now I think what I'll do is I'll design this outpost to be landed on its side. And I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that yet. But let's start with a probe core. There we are. Put a probe core on there and... let's just go with some of the standard base elements we're going to need. It says 8 Kerbals, so we're going to need the hitchhiker storage can to get a facility for 4. And then the lab itself, that's the lab, that has room for 2. So that brings us up to 6. Now we either need another hitchhiker can of some description, like that one. Or we could put a cabin in. I don't know why you would. That has room for 2. Or we could put some sort of pod on the top or module. And to be honest, I think that's my preferred option. But we don't have that yet. We don't have... Oh, we could make a vertical base. Yeah, no, wait. I like it. A vertical thing. And then we can drop it down with a dropper and then launch the dropper off when we're finished. Or should we keep it? I don't know. We'll see. Well, this is the start of our moon base. So I'm going to label it moon base. And I think it's probably going to need some legs. Definitely need legs for landing purposes. Will it need legs? Should we just land it on the lab? No, we'll put legs on it. We'll put utility landing strut. Yes, we'll put some of them on. So 4 landing struts. This is going to have to go on a very even surface. Let's just splay them slightly. Okay, so that's our moon base so far. We're going to need power and stuff, but I think I'll add that once we've got another module on. Let's go see what modules we could put on it. So let's save it and go back. Well, I really wanted to put the cupola module on the top. I thought it'd be a good size and a really cool thing to have, especially seeing as they'd be able to do a view and look out over the top from the base. But it's only got a crew capacity of 1, so even if I research it, it wouldn't do the job. We could try a command module, but it's a bit big and a bit heavy for what we really want. The lander can would do the job, but it's 2.6 tons. Whereas the hitchhiker storage container is only 2.5 tons. So, you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to have another hitchhiker storage container. This is going to be a very unwieldy item. Now, how heavy are we already? We're up to 8 tons. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I kind of like the base, but I'm thinking Should we put it on its side? Should we land this on its side on the moon? If we did, we would have to do 2 legs, put them in mirror symmetry, and rotate them. No, wrong symmetry. Yeah, it doesn't like the symmetry. We'd have to have them pointing that way, which is not a problem. Hang on a minute, let's just get it down to 1 leg for a start. It's way too many legs. So we'd have to have 1 like that, and 1 like that, and then it'd end up being on its side. Oh, that's not quite right. The question is then how would you land something on its side like that? Oh, you wouldn't. You would gently let it topple over. Let's try that. Right, I'm going to build this now. So here we are out on our new and improved launch pad. Let's take a look around. We've got some sort of fueling tower, which I think should give us more fuel. A bigger, fatter runway with heavier, oh yeah, more facilities. We've got like this thing, that thing, still got the flag. Right, basically this is the idea for the moon base. It's a bit sophisticated. The idea is that as we're landing, we put the landing gear out. I might want to kind of lower them a little bit more because there's not a lot of clearance at the minute. This main engine down here the idea is that it will guide us slowly down towards the ground, and then when we touch down, we activate this engine and deactivate this one with a key combination or something, and we've got a little bit of fuel in here. Oh, that's going to... yeah. Not sure how much force that's applying. It's probably about the same as a decent RCS port. Actually, let's just put a few RCS ports up there. That'll help us. It'll help us land it and all sorts. Okay, changing that. There we go. So we have some thrusters. They're not all in. They're not all in the right place. That's more like it. Let's give it a try. Let's turn the SAS on and the RCS on, and use the control. So what we're looking at here. So we're yeah. So we've got a little bit of thrust. Oh, turn the lights on and off with you, apparently. I'd have thought that would have been L. So if we want to push ourselves down to tip us over, we can go that way. And if we want to slow the landing, we go that way. It's got a little bit of thrust on that. Even on curbing, you can see it just moving a little bit. I'm hoping that those 4 ports are enough, or are going to be enough to slow it down so it doesn't crash. And then when we're finished with it, we can use this decoupler. And that's it. That's the whole story. Jobs are good, and then everything looks all right, and the lights work. Yeah, the lights work. The landing legs got a little bit more clearance on them than they had before. We can decouple this down here, but if I do that, the whole thing's going to fall off. We're fine. Everything is fine. So now we need to put this on a rocket. Okay, back to the VAB. And it's only going to cost 24,000 or 25,000 for the top part. So let's get rid of these legs. That was just a temporary thing. And then what we need is a big thingy. There we go. Put that on there. That doesn't look right. Ah, dear. Oh, never mind. So we got that on there. Let's now put everything... Radial attachment port. Ooh, I didn't notice that previously. Let's have a closer look at that. Ah, radial attachment port. And I presume you can put a docking port on there, or a can. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Right, we'll have to remember that for the future. Probably... Never mind. Right, and I have got an antenna on this one. It's up there at the top. Look, look, look. See? Antenna. So now we need to put this whole thing on a jobby. Its weight is 16 tons, so it's very heavy. Can I then create a sub-assembly for this? Sub-assemblies, right. Actually, no, the other rocket should become a sub-assembly, shouldn't it? Okay, well, let's save this. Open the lander, the big one with all the stuff to land everything. Was it one of these? Rescue craft, no. Retriever, no. Moon base, moon rover deployer. That was the last one we did, wasn't it? Here we go, moon rover deployer. And that's the connection there. So what we want to do is get all this and drop it into a sub-assembly and call it lifter. It's our lifter Mark 1. There we go. Save. Right, so now back to... No, we don't want to save that. Back to our moon base. What was it called? It was just called moon base. Load that. Fantastic. And then put our lifter on the bottom. I mean, it's in the floor, but we can sort that out. This is so not going to fly very well. It's going to fly terrible. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Look at that craft. Well, we can try, I guess. We can try. Weighing in at 133 tons, this thing is rather heavy at the moment, but we need to put the fuel in. Fuel, because now our launch pad can take it. Fuel. Yep, all the fuel. There we go. 221 tons of lovely rocketness. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is we're going to leave it there for now. I'm going to have a little think about this, see if I can make any improvements between now and next time. And next time we'll launch this and try and get this really weird moon base onto the moon. I've been Master Hellish. This has been my Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. And before we go, I would like to do a competition. I'm going to be giving away one game out my game goodie bag, and it'll be some sort of Steam game that I can give you. And yeah, if you want to win that Steam game, all you got to do is leave a comment in the comment section below. Leave any comment you like, thought, idea, question, hello, and at the end of your comment put 3 exclamation marks. Those exclamation marks let me know that you want to be part of the competition. Sometime after 7 days from this video being released, I will pick from up to the first 100 entrants, and the winner will be sent a message via YouTube so that you could get your Steam code with your game in it. So good luck in the competition, and goodbye from me. Thank you for watching. Ta-ra.